Hey folks, it's Nick Granville. Welcome to Guitar Daily. So, this is my daily thing I do on YouTube. Little short videos like this about various topics, guitar, music, all that kind of stuff. So if you like what you see, then please subscribe. It really helps my channel, and hit the like button. That also helps a lot. So today I thought I'd talk about the guitar I think Ibanez should reissue. It's not this one. I just felt like playing some kind of more rock guitar stuff with that sort of tone. A little bit of a delay. First sound was a Friedman model in the Fractal, and the second one was actually a Fender Vibrato Lux with a BB preamp in front of it, which is probably my lead tone that I use the most. It's not this guitar. This guitar is actually available. You can get the AR 420s. This one I've had for a while. I'm doing We Will Rock You maybe a month or so, 6 weeks, something like that. And I'm probably going to play this guitar, I think, because it's sort of the most rock thing that suits it, I think, for a lot of the show. It's actually this guitar. It's actually this guitar I think they should reissue. It's actually this guitar I think they should reissue. This is the Talman Prestige TM1702 guitar. I've changed the pickups out. Other than that, it's all stock. These guitars are amazing. They're pretty plain kind of looking. Kind of looks like a Tele Strat type mixed guitar. You can get different pickup configurations. But these things are killer. They've got a lot of appointments in them that I'll talk about today. And so there's a couple of things I'd change about this. If they ever did reissue it, I'd hope there's a couple of things they'd change. And I'll talk about those as well. But this guitar, I mean, look at that awesome neck joint. How it's got the little carve out here and this bit that's reduced so you can get right up in there. For me, one of the telltale signs of a guitar, if I can get into the highest spot, is can I play a C triad up here? You can see I can get it. It's not easy. But I can get it, right? C, G, E, going down the notes. If I can get that on a guitar, then it's got really good access, and it does. It gets up in here super easy. It has locking tuners. Really nice Gotos, those work great. It's got a vintagey kind of tint about it. This one's actually worn quite nicely of mine. I changed the pickups mostly because I wanted a bit more versatility, having a mini humbucker there. Do a lot of jazz stuff, and I can do that. But then I wanted the kind of funk thing as well, which is this sort of sound. And then the kind of telly thing. So you can see, super versatile guitar with all those, and it rocks a little bit. It's not my favorite. I much prefer a humbucker for kind of. It's got a little bit of a gruntier pickup in here. It's kind of a hot single coil, so it's a bit gruntier than a standard Tele pickup. These are Mr. Glenn's, by the way, but that's why I swapped those over. So the changes I would do to this guitar if they did reissue it, there's one big one for me, and it's just personal preference. Some people would probably like it as it is, but for me, one of the things that I would really like to see on this guitar, if I ever got a custom one, that's what I'd want, the nut to be a little wider. This one is 41 and a bit millimeters. I don't know what that is in inches. You have to do the conversion online, but to me that's just a little too small for my liking. 43 millimeter, which is what this is, that's much what I prefer. Which is more like a Gibson-y type thing. This is more like a Fender-y type thing. It's not small. It's not Gibson 60s. You know, those are awful. I don't know about you, but I can't play them. They're the ones that got really thin here. The real thin Gibsons, you know, it was so squashed. This is kind of in between, but I'd rather it was bigger. Like a 59 Les Paul kind of width is about right. In terms of that's one thing I would change with it. The other thing I would change too with this guitar is I really dig the offset thing, you know, that it has. I think it looks super cool. It's kind of Strat Tele stretched out, and it suits this kind of funky little headstock type thing. But put this on a stand like that, and it doesn't work very well. Because, you know, you have a part of a stand here and part of a stand here, and the whole guitar wants to do that. Alright, and then it feels like it's going to fall off. So I'd probably just have that a little straight, just a little bit, so it sits on a stand. I know, a minor gripe, but that's one that kind of gets me. As you can see, this guitar has been I took this around Europe when we were there. I've played a lot of gigs with it. It's a great guitar. One other thing I get bigger frets. These are vintagey style frets, which on certain instruments can be cool, but I think this guitar would be better with bigger frets, kind of more like what I have on my Schofield guitar or something like that. You know, like a medium jumbo probably on this would really suit this guitar. But I'm really hoping they reissue it, because these were great, and they still make signature versions. I think Yvette Young has one that's kind of built off this guitar, but you know, they should bring these back. These were the Talman Prestige. They're really nothing like the Talmans of the 70s with those little lipstick type pickups. This one came with Seymour Duncans, like in a tele format, and Seymour Duncans were good. I prefer this layout in this particular guitar. Every guitar is different. I might play the exact same model of the same guitar, but with the regular pickups and really like it. But in this particular guitar, this is the way. Just because of that versatility I can get of it. Volume control's in the right place, right where I want it, and I can reach it easy. The switch is in the right place. All those little things, you know what I mean? I like the hardtail. Yeah, I really hope they reissue this guitar. It's a good one. Yeah, it's the one guitar that's missing from the Ibanez catalogue, if you ask me. They did it for a couple of years. I'm hoping they'll bring it back out. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this useful, please subscribe. If there's something you want me to cover in these videos, let me know. I'm actually going to change my time that I'm going to do these. They have been coming out 11:30 p.m. New Zealand time. I'm finding that quite tricky. I aimed for that time mostly because the idea being that, you know, I get home from a gig, it wouldn't clash with that. I'm really a night owl. But of lately, I've been sick for the last week and a bit, and 11:30 p.m. is tough when you're sick. That's something I hadn't considered. You know, people get sick sometimes. So I'm actually thinking now the new time is going to be 6:30. That's what I'm thinking. I have no gigs that start at 6:30 pretty much ever. It's always like 7:30, 8, somewhere around there, maybe even 7 at the earliest. So 6:30 I could even be in the green room and hit publish and kind of be there. I pretty much, if you see a premiere, I'll be in there in the chat, so jump in and do that. Yeah, so that's going to be the new time starting from today with this video. It's Saturday in Wellington, so yeah, this will be coming out tonight, and you'll see it at 6:30 New Zealand time, which I think works better for a lot of people around the world. Anyway, thanks so much. I'll play out with some more stuff.